Hello and selamat datang and welcome to our video today where I talk to you about making crispy rice paper noodles in this form. I know this is quite famous and the internet has this with the dried rice paper, but I make it today using fresh rice paper. Hopefully this is for you. Hopefully this will be the last of the fresh rice paper series. I know we've done a lot about it, but this is really great. And today we talk about making it in crispy form to go with a Wat Tan Hor sauce. And if you hear that, it sounds great. So let's get right into it. So, yeah, the only difference that I'm making or that I've done is that I've added blue pea flowers, as you can see, to the hot water, the boiling hot water. And I'm just going to take it now. I'll take it out. The colors turn very nice blue, as you can obviously see. So I'm just from this I'm just going to add the 30 grams of starch back in. I've mixed in the as usual the same combination of rice and tapioca. So 30 grams to make this slurry, and then I'm just going to stir up, and that's the only difference that I'm making in this round for this noodles. Everything else is the same. So I'll just skip to that, assuming I get to 30 degree grams. Yes, there we go. So I'm just going to go stir this up now, and then we'll come back to the noodle making part. So it's been more or less 2 hours. The dough has been sitting. You can see the color is coming out slightly, but still quite mild. I'm quite surprised, but that's okay. Tip again, I have to sieve the dough before you start cooking it, because if you remember right, my first version, there were stones or flakes that became stones when you cook them, and this is to prevent it, so it becomes super smooth when you sieve it. And yeah, it's not really so much wastage anyway, so it's okay. So just remember, sieve it when you drain it to get the dough ready. This needs to be hot enough, otherwise the flour will not stick, because you want a thin layer, not very thick one. So just to recap, we're just going to cook this, and then we're going to go cut it. So let's see how that turns out. I've got my backup or my comparison ready just in case that doesn't work, but I think this is ready. So let's just go. Yep, let's make just a thin layer on this. Oh, yeah, it's not hot enough. That's why it didn't stick. So, first lesson, hot enough. Okay, so hopefully it's hot enough this time. I've let it heat up a bit more while I clean up that mess. That wasn't great. We're going to do two things. Let it sit a bit longer this time as well. Ugh. Okay, something is wrong in the dough. So I've managed to finally lay one, and we're going to cook it. And I'm still thinking how to do this. If laying two or just lay one will be actually enough already, because I suspect due to it being a bit thicker than normal dried ones, when you do this, I think one layer may be enough. So I'm just going to maybe go with one and see what happens. So this is the first batch that came out of the air fryer. Yeah, I was using the sticky dough and it came out thick, but when I mean, look, sorry, it's crispy. So yeah, it's not super crispy by work. Then you heard that. Yeah, but yeah. So I'm just wondering whether fresh dough doesn't do as good as dried. So we're just going to do a control. I've got some fresh ones still in here, and I'm going to put some dried ones, but you can see this is single layers I made, and it's now like, yeah, basically it's fried. It's fried kway teow. So that's good. We're on the right track at least. This one probably needs more time. The timing obviously is also another factor. It needs to be much longer. So this one's been sitting for almost 10 minutes. So 10 minutes at 220 degrees. I'm going to put some control in there with the dried rice paper that I have, and let's see how that turns out. Be back. So a new batch is out, and in this I put some controls, which is this is dried rice paper. You can see it's more of a balloon type compared to the fresh rice paper. Yeah, you can also hear that in the sound, and I put it in the bowl. Yeah, so the fresh is definitely not as crispy. I suspect it's the flour combination in the dried, also probably because in the dried they already dried it, so it's obviously going to crisp up easier. But the fresh has its draw as well. I mean, yeah, look at that. I mean, it's not puffy, but it offers you more of the authentic type of crispy noodles texture. So I'm not sure if one is better than the other. I think they're just different. Although it has to be noted that the fresh ones will need more time, because obviously they have not been pre-dried, so it needs more time to cook. But yeah, we're going to lay out a new batch, and I'll just show you what we're doing with the rice papers. So this one's just going to go in, so I'm just going to lie it like that. So we're going to put it in, and yeah, we'll come back to it in a short while. Okay, so while that's cooking up, I'm going to start a new batch, and let's see. This time I've stirred up the batter as well. Oh, same problem again. Yeah, it's not hot enough. So yeah, today's lesson is about making it hot enough. So I'm just going to go try and fix it by scooping the mixtures back on. Yeah, we need to heat it hot enough, and somehow, yeah, I'm still not 100% sure where the problem is. But yeah, the first batches have a tendency of this. So if you do face it, yeah, don't fear so much. There are two things you could do. The easier way, of course, is just to do this, or the other way, which I'm also doing, is to sieve it back in. So I sieve it back in, and then I don't have to heat it again. So you should not have the same problem in your next cooking. But yeah, that's the problem because I turned off the machine. Yeah, so I effectively started again because I wanted to review the results before I decided if I should continue making this or not. So yeah, that's on me. But yeah, I'm just going to I'm going to sieve this, and then it will somehow be okay. So we're just going to sieve that out. I'm going to put it back into my initial batter that I still have some of. And then yeah, just remember stir the bottom as well. So let's get this once out of the way so we can start a new batch, and I could hopefully then show you that was just a fluke. But I'm just going to turn this over so it cooks both sides, so it hopefully reduces the time in the air fryer. Because if it's not dry enough, then you're just going to add the cooking time. At least that explains why the cooking time is much longer for the fresh sheets that obviously I have here. So I'm just going to take this out and then put this to sit somewhere. Okay, so let's put this again. I'm just going to clean my thing a bit. Yeah, not sure if today's batter is more me being complacent from the successes of the past couple of days, or that my batter today is maybe somehow a bit thinner because of the addition of the blue pea flours. I'm not 100% sure, but that's fine, we learn as we go. Yeah, and what I've decided, I'm just going to make a single sheet, fold it, and then tear it, and then put it on the air fryer pan, and yeah, we will see with that. But yeah, as you can hear the eating noise in the background, it's super crispy. Anyway, whichever option you decide to go with. For convenience, I suspect the rice paper option will give you the best results for the least effort. At least if you see what we're doing here, you're doing double effort. But yeah, just to show you the experiment and just to show you the results. So I think I identified the problem, and maybe this is a tip and trick for everybody. Yes, it's precisely why I said the pan wasn't hot enough. So when a pan is not hot enough, it can't grip enough, and that's where it fails and falls. So the pan needs to be hot enough in order for the dough to adhere. And as you can see, once you make the first one, the subsequent ones are much easier, and that solves the problem. So we're just going to, sorry, I was just passing some noodles off to my assistant to help cut it. So we're going to air fry the rest, and then we'll come back to it with the results, and in the end we're going to make a little sauce for this. So everything's been crisped up. We've got a whole bunch of the noodles all done up. I'm just trying to take the bowl just to show you the result. Yeah, just looks at that. It's great. And while that's done, I've been cooking up the Wat Tan Hor sauce. So that's basically leftover soy sauce that I made and then put into a not cornstarch, potato starch slurry, and that's it. That's it for the sauce. Super easy. So as I said, you can use the rice paper. It will give you similar results, if not better, at a fraction of the time. But otherwise, with fresh, yeah, it works the same anyway. So I'm going to plate this in a short while, and I'm going to show you the final result. By the way, I would like to show you one piece that I way overcooked. This was almost 20 minutes in the air fryer, but look at that, and it's not burnt at all. So if you have time, 20 minutes, it yields super good result. And if you put it in here, yeah, I can tell you it goes really well. Really good. So I think while I'm coming. So this is our end result. Yeah, I mean, looks restaurant quality, honestly, and maybe that's my biased opinion, but let's try it. That's great. And I have control. This is the dried rice paper, the normal ones that you'll find, and I'll tell you the difference in the taste. Interestingly enough, the dried rice paper one hardened a bit more, and actually the fresh one is softer. So the sauce like this, the fresh one is actually the way to go. So I highly recommend that. And that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you in the next one. So jemput makan and see you. Bye.